Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is very windy out here. I want to go scuba diving. Oh God. Today's video I am very excited about because this is going to be my first cross-country trip. Tomorrow morning, me, my brother, and my sister-in-law are heading out. We're leaving probably around 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're heading to Arizona. Something that I've been looking forward to for quite a while now is Skooliepalooza, which is basically a meetup for everybody that lives in a converted school bus, a converted van, converted vehicles, any kind of a vehicle, or people out there camping in tents, which my brother and sister-in-law are going to be doing. I'm very excited for this trip, and I can't wait to see everybody's conversions. Now, in my last video, I was working on my plumbing, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get that done. I was hoping to have all that done, including my outdoor shower completed before this trip, but I just ran out of time, and there's a few things that I still need to get, so I'm not going to be able to finish that up. I told my brother that if we see a Lowe's or something like that on the way there, maybe we should stop and get a few things so that I can work on it while I'm at Skooliepalooza. But if that don't happen, it's not that big of a deal. I'm still excited to go. Another exciting thing is at Skooliepalooza, I'm meeting up with Jimmy and Natalie. I mentioned them in my first video. They have their own YouTube channel and they have been huge inspirations to me. So I am very excited to meet them. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, we've made it to Texas, and we passed by the half-buried cars that everybody stops to spray paint, so we decided to turn around and go check it out. And apparently they spray paint more than just the cars. It is very windy out here. This don't show up at all. It's gold. That don't show up at all. So there's a guy out here. I thought this was a food truck, but he's actually selling spray paint. I mean, he may have food as well, but that's pretty smart. Well, the spray paint I found, it was just laying on the ground, and it was gold colored, so it didn't show up very well, but that's all right. Now, on to New Mexico.
Already cold. I'm already cold.
Oh man. Too bad the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
Dang, that is clear.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I want to go scuba diving.
There's a dive shop in there.
Look.
I want to buy a wetsuit.
God bless America. This is going to be cold.
Step off right here and get right back out.
What's this thing break?
That would be funny. Yeah, there's a fish.
How's the water down there, Mr. Fish?
Dang, this is awesome. Caitlin, you're not going to jump from here?
Absolutely not.
Just do it.
Absolutely not.
What if I push you? Oh, that would be funny.
How cold is the water?
61.
It stays 61 year round. I mean, it's going to hurt.
Wind chill 5.
It's going to hurt bad.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
It's very windy.
Go! Woo! Oh God. Oh God. I guess.
Yes, you are.
I think I hit it pretty further. Nope. Nope, I don't care. Oh, it's cold. Unlock it! No, you're not. Oh, unlock it. So, all three of us were supposed to get in, and somehow I'm the only one that ended up doing it. I knew my brother was gonna jump in with me, but then he said, well, I'm just gonna watch you jump in, then I'll jump in next. I knew I should have just made him jump in with me, but that's all right. And as you can see from the videos, it was very cold, especially when I got out of the water with the wind blowing and it's only 51 degrees right now. Yeah, that was cold. So now, I don't know where our next stop's gonna be. It's probably gonna be where we're gonna sleep tonight. So I'll pick the camera back up once we find out where we're gonna stay the night. Alright, so we made it to Gallup, New Mexico, and first off, I want to apologize for the low light. I don't have any electric hookups here, so the lighting is not going to be perfect. So Derek and Caitlin decided to get a hotel room, and I'm basically parked outside their hotel, and I'm going to stay in my van tonight. I did see that it's going to get down to 19 degrees tonight, but I have 4 blankets with me that I'm going to use, so I think I should be okay. If not, at least I have somewhere I can go. I can just go into their hotel room. They got a room with 2 beds. So in the worst case scenario, if I'm too cold, I can go in. As you can see, I've just got blankets up over the windows. I still have not gotten my window coverings made yet. I really need to get on that. But these blankets, they pretty much block everything else, so I'm not too worried about it. We got into a little bit of snow today on the drive up, and which was a little nerve-wracking. My van is rear-wheel drive, and I was a little nervous. I didn't want to go very fast because the last thing I want to do is wreck my van. So I just took my time and took it slow, and we finally made it. We drove 16 hours today, which not all of that was driving. We made a couple of stops. We stopped at a Walmart, and we stopped at several gas stations along the way, and then you saw where we stopped at the half-buried cars and the Blue Hole, which was very fun but very cold at the same time. It was weird because at the Blue Hole it was 50 degrees, 51 degrees, and then not 20 miles down the road the temperatures dropped down to about 26 and it started snowing like crazy. The roads were covered with snow, and I don't know if it was a cold front or what, but luckily that cold weather wasn't in Santa Rosa, New Mexico when I jumped in that Blue Hole, because that would have been awful. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep tonight, and I think we're gonna wake up early in the morning. I'm supposed to go wake them up, I think, at 4 in the morning, and then we're gonna head on into Ehrenberg, Arizona, where Skooliepalooza is. I'm so excited for it. I can't wait to get there. All right, so I've made it to Skooliepalooza, and I was gonna film coming in, but I completely forgot. I was excited, and I completely forgot to mount my GoPro up to my windshield. But that's okay, at least I'm here, and I'm excited to see what happens this week. So what I'm gonna do now, I haven't eaten yet, so I think I'm gonna hook up the propane stove and fix something to eat, and just kind of relax. It took us about 6 hours to get here from Gallup, New Mexico, so I just wanna relax and hang out for a bit, and then maybe go explore a little bit and see what all's out there. So I just realized that I don't have a lighter. I can't believe I didn't bring a lighter, but I had some flint. So I just tried it and it worked. So I guess I don't need a lighter. I came down here to the bottom of this hill to try to get out of the wind, and I haven't been down here yet, so I wanted to check it out. It has been crazy windy today. It woke me up last night in the middle of the night. It was rocking my van. So I think it's supposed to die down later on today, so that'll be good. But the views out here are pretty awesome, so I wanted to come down here and check it out. And I don't even know why I bothered brushing my hair this morning, because it did absolutely no good. This is technically day one of Skooliepalooza, but I got here a couple of days early, and I'm glad I did because there's quite a few people here now. It'd probably be a little bit harder finding a spot to park if I would have gotten here today. So we're having kind of a Mexican potluck later. So I went and bought chips, avocado salsa, cheese dip, and salsa. Oh, and I got jalapenos. I'm pretty excited for this. Good morning. So last night was pretty fun. We had a potluck and I got to visit with some people and meet some new people, and then we went out and listened to the music that was playing. It was a pretty fun time. This morning, I think I'm gonna get up and go for a walk, and honestly I'm not sure exactly what's gonna be going on today, but I guess we'll find out.
We got a stowaway.
We met the owner of the cat, and apparently his name is Mickey Meows.
I think technically this trail that I'm on out here is for like motorcycles and ATVs and stuff like that, but I see footprints, so it looks like people hike out here too. That's one thing that I've noticed about this trip is I need to get me something like that, like a dirt bike or a four-wheeler or something like that. I think that would be a lot of fun, especially out here. These trails, from what I can see, they just go on and on. I don't even know where the end is. So it'd be a lot of fun to have something like that out here to ride. I found a spot on the side of this hill that blocks the wind for the most part. The wind has been crazy so far this week. Monday was the first day of Skooliepalooza, and I don't even know if we can call it the first day because it was so windy, everybody pretty much just stayed in. Yesterday, the wind died down a little bit and everybody was able to get out and enjoy it a little bit more, except one huge gust of wind came through. Where I'm from, we call them dust devils. I don't know if that's what everybody calls them or not, but it was a huge whirlwind of dust, came right through our camp, and I had some solar panels up on my roof, and it just picked one of them up and threw it across the road. It was crazy. A woman behind my van had a table with shirts that she was selling. Those went everywhere, and it was just crazy. Luckily, the solar panel was fine. It snapped one of the cables, but I should be able to order another one, and it should be fine. So yesterday we had the potluck, which was a lot of fun. It was nice meeting new people and just being able to sit down and visit with them all. And then we went to the music last night, which was also fun. I think I've mentioned it a couple of times that I'm a very introverted person. So this type of scene is not really my thing normally. But I really wanted to come out here and step outside of my comfort zone for a little while and just experience it, and it's been a lot of fun. I don't think it's something that I will do all the time, but it's fun to do every once in a while. The scenery around here, around my specific area, there's not much to look at. There's a few plants, desert plants, but that's pretty much it. But off in the distance, the mountains look incredible out here. Like this one over here to my left, I'll hand the camera over there so you can see it. But this one over here is just, it's awesome. I don't even know if the camera will do it justice. So I hiked out probably about a mile and a half. I'm not exactly sure. My watch died and I haven't charged it up yet. Normally that'll tell me how far I walked. But I'm heading back now. I think it's getting pretty close to lunchtime. Yeah, it's 11:14. So I'm gonna head back, fix some lunch, and see what else happens today. So I just came across these rocks stacked on top of each other. And I think that if you put a rock on top, the previous person's wish comes true. I think that's what these are for. So, go ahead and set one on top. I don't know if I can find one small enough for this one. Let's see, maybe. There, now maybe their wishes will come true. So with all this wind, I'm probably going to be wearing a hat for a lot of this trip. So on this trip, I brought things with me that I could easily make. So for lunch today, it's going to be a fancy peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'll try to make this as interesting as I possibly can. heading over to a concert right now, and it's very windy out here, so I don't know how the audio is going to be on this, so we'll see how it turns out.
Whack my head up with this. You're gonna have to use it.
I saw into the past. Thank you guys. Hey, check out the Portal Redwoods if you ever get a chance, although I don't think a big bus will fit up that road, just saying. It's a windy,
short bus, probably.
tiny windy road.
Or if you have a satellite car, if you're cool like arbor season and you have a car that you drive behind your bus.
So I don't think I could have picked a better group to camp with this week. Out of the 6 vehicles in our group, 4 of us have YouTube channels. We have me, we have Andrew and Susanna, we have DeWitt and Debbie, whose YouTube channel is Shelly's Nest, and we have Jimmy and Natalie. And they all welcomed me to the group, and we've just had an awesome time. I met Andrew and Susanna out here, but Jimmy and Natalie and DeWitt and Debbie from Shelly's Nest, I talked to them a little bit through YouTube, so I was very excited to meet them, and I'm so glad that I was given the chance to, because they are some awesome people. They're down to earth and very friendly. I'll be sure to leave links down in the description below to all 3 of their YouTube channels, Andrew and Susanna, Shelly's Nest, and Jimmy and Natalie. Be sure to go check them out because they all 3 have awesome channels. Well, this is my final night at Skooliepalooza. It's been a fun week out here. I've definitely pushed myself outside of my comfort zone, which that was a goal of mine. I've still got a lot of work to do, but I'm recording on my GoPro right now, and it's windy, so I hope the wind isn't too awful on this video. But I came out here to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit, which is not easy for me. I'm the type of person that wants to stay in my comfort zone most of the time, and with this trip and probably many other trips that I will have in the future, I'm going to, in some way or another, be stepping outside of my comfort zone. So I'm excited to see what the future holds, and if it goes anything like this week went, I'll be fine. So even though this is my last night at Skooliepalooza, this is not where my adventure ends. I am going to be taking the southern route home. Apparently the northern route got some snow, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. On my way here, my brother and my sister-in-law came with me, but they had to go back home early, so now I'm gonna be traveling cross-country solo, which I'm a little nervous about, but I'm also excited for it because that's what I'm gonna be doing most of the time anyway. So tomorrow morning I plan to leave around probably 5 or 6 in the morning. I took my first truck stop shower a couple of days ago, well, a few days ago at this point. And it was clean, it was nice, and it was a very good shower and much needed at that time, and I'm needing another one. So in the morning I'm going to drive back to that truck stop and take another shower and then head east towards Oklahoma. I think my first night I'm going to stay in Carlsbad, New Mexico. But all of that is going to be in my next video. The sunsets out here are pretty amazing, so I think I'm going to come out here and check out one last sunset before I leave. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next Tuesday.